LaCrosse. Again, 3 letters. Bill of Rights subject. They're tough.
Those are tough ones. Bill of Rights.
Here's an easy one. Well, I mean, it's one of 3 easy. So it's going to get easier because it's 4 letters.
Is it just...
Wait, no, it's 1, 2,
Spy for
3,
007?
4, 5 letters.
For
5 letters.
Could be spy.
I literally
Main ingredient in beer.
Clear.
What's that?
5 letters,
Water.
main ingredient.
Water.
I'm sure that's got to be water.
Yeah, that's water. Right.
Yeah, that's got to be water.
Although there's yeast,
One.
but that's not the main one.
Yeah, I don't know if it was
Without
movie time.
like 11.5 ounces of
Ah,
water.
we
you
should
got
know
no
this
beer,
one
right?
too.
Butts.
3 letters.
But
Gauge of beer's bitterness.
IBU.
Abbreviation.
IBUCL, yeah.
Yeah.
Where's your pen? You're supposed to be
I
getting
don't
We're
have a
solving
pen.
this.
I don't have a pen.
Rob, go get a pen.
I'm not getting a pen.
I'm not kidding.
59.
He
Wait,
was
the
just
Bill
like,
of Rights.
Nah.
Subject?
59. 4 letters. And I think I got this one.
Why are the numbers so high?
Taxi.
Cab. You said 4 letters?
4 letters.
Oh, 4 letters.
Uber.
Oh.
That's my thought.
It's possible.
It fits.
Why
and
not
then
lift?
the U spot is in
Oh,
a
it's
spot
lift.
where a
It
vowel
doesn't-
would be going down.
Did you say a vowel?
So, what did I tell you? We suck at crosswords.
Yeah, evidently we're not really good. We ain't doing the New York Times one anytime soon.
No.
Back in
You have a
19.
pen thingy?
All right, let's.
Bottle
I'm
opener.
not ready for people to say
There we go.
back
Yeah,
in
lost a second
1999.
Back in 1999. Yeah. Back in the 20th century.
Yeah.
Craft beers
that
were
better?
revolutionizing American drinking palates. That same year, our crackpot brewmaster founded the Pearl Street Brewery
True or false?
and
No.
brought that beer culture to the heart. No, not the kidney. The heart of lacrosse.
Oh, we only have one camera? Is that...
I'm working on it.
He started in a small subterranean. Hey, that's like us. Subterranean.
Yeah.
Is there supposed to be a light?
Subterranean brew house on Pearl Street.
Not
And eventually expanded to an old factory. That was the upgrade. The old factory. On St. Andrew Street. But the one thing that hasn't changed over the years is a big old kiss
Big old dick.
of commitment
Boy.
to making great beer. It's the only thing that matters. It's
Supposed to have
simple.
this many
It's
extensions
fine.
in it.
It's good.
Sure. We do it all the time.
There's a lot of writing on this box.
Too much writing.
There's a lot.
Me
of
no
writing.
like. Mongo not that way.
I don't know. There's words in here you might like. Creamy.
Creamy's right up there with moist, okay?
Rich.
I'm okay with rich.
I'll give you cream.
Malty.
Oh no, it started acting up a second ago. Just died out. Someone's calling it, I'm guessing.
Did you
Free
set
beer.
the RQ to 12?
Yeah, I
And
tried.
then interrupts
you know.
to 17.
Okay, so this is not apparently a joke.
PBS if they're gonna be that size.
So there's like a
Yeah, I
newspaper.
can-
Like the whole thing is
panel,
wrapped in a
So it's
newspaper.
30. It's gonna be
This is the
media itself will
comics.
be 30.
This is the
6
game
inches wide.
page.
Right.
Yeah.
In
Here's
order to
some
make
news,
sure, we're gonna-
right?
Where's the
each
green
panel
page?
is gonna
Here's an
probably be
advertisement.
32
An advertisement
inches
for somebody
wide.
else?
The
And
actual
then I'm gonna,
panel.
yeah, and
Free
then I'm gonna
beer.
add bleed
Free
on
beer.
each side.
Not
Right.
G2P.
So what we're
Go-
gonna actually
first
do is
go,
we're gonna overlap them, and then we can trim them.
Patreon,
and then
your
they'll
local
line up
retailer
perfectly.
today.
Excellent, excellent. Yeah, that's perfect.
Because you
Every
probably need
save
an inch on each
receipt
side of, or an
from
inch
the
overall, maybe a half inch on each side
Pearl
for the
Street Brewery
half inch
purchase.
for my print.
Bring it into the
Exactly.
tasting room
But yeah, so
for
there's tons
free
of room for
beer.
bleed.
Right.
Excellent.
Limit
And then all I'm
one
thinking
per
then
day
is we
per
put, with
person.
the carpet on the back wall,
Right.
we just get some like of the
All right,
low profile hook
Yeah.
Velcro.
Perfect.
Each panel, you run a strip down each
For
side
sale,
of it.
Yeah.
You'll
lacrosse.
Velcro it to the panel.
Yeah.
And that way we can, if it needs, one needs to be moved up a little bit, and the other needs to be moved go
We
down a
can
little
adjust a
bit, you
little.
got a nice image along the whole side. And the banner material, because it's mostly plastic and not
Yeah.
paper, when it curves like that, paper will crinkle.
Yeah.
It'll make a ridge in there, and banner material shouldn't do that.
Excellent.
Excellent. All right, sounds good.
All right, let's keep
You
this show
can't
on the roll.
complete this guy. This.
No, we can't complete it. Somebody I'm sure could, just not us. I'll hand you another beer. Thank you,
An
sir.
opener.
Opener is right down there.
Okay,
Is this true with all crossword puzzles?
Might as well grab a couple.
That they only give you the clues for the across.
No.
So there are no clues for the down.
Well, maybe
But it's not much of a crossword
the
puzzle.
cross.
Ah.
The down. No.
Hey, you know something? You wouldn't surprise me.
Spears.
Oh! Oh!
Is that what it says?
No, it says for more clues, i.e. the down,
Go to the webpage.
download the Pearl Street Brewery app.
Oh, that's bullshit right there.
That's shitty.
So in the great words of Nelson Muntz, I can give you the denominators for free, but the denominators are going to cost you. Denominators.
We know what you mean.
Yeah. So you only get one
That-
half of the
that
equation.
app better be ad-free, otherwise I'd be pissed. Like,
$20.
About complaints. I really would. I'm
Now I kind of want a second box to compare if this is a different crossword.
On different boxes.
Yeah, like maybe do they ship out like maybe 6 different ones or something? Not crazy, so you know, because you wouldn't. It would be unreasonable to have every one of them different. But
Yeah.
like, or every couple months do they change it out?
Yep.
Like every time they reorder up.
well, I've got a little bit of the story, so I think that's only the one time.
This is it. This is the one time.
Might be.
I love this box. We'll take it home with me.
On that, let's get fired up.
Let's do this.
Do it to it.
Oh, I'm fired.
I can tell. I can tell you're like ready to go. I feel it.
Yeah.
I feel this
I've
special.
had tacos. I've had beers.
Tacos.
Did have some tacos.
Some
Delicious.
fucking tacos.
Rudy's
And
tacos.
enchiladas. Enchilada. Chicken.
Could have chose a tostada, but it was a classic
Onions
taco.
and peppers and stuff.
Oh, yeah.
You said-
All right. And 3, and 2, and 1. What? Live from the 6th subfloor basement of the Guys, Games, and Beer Tower. It's America's worst gaming podcast. Guys, Games, and Beer! Woo!
Hooray and stuff.
Thanks to all of you who
And
listened
stuff.
through the statistical portion of the show or logistical portion where we talk annoying. Well, not annoying, really. Just,
By the way, guys, I want to say I like
Stuff.
the harmonies on that yell today.
Did you?
that's good.
Yeah, I think we nailed it.
Yeah, I
I'm
think
glad.
so too. Yeah.
Had some verb to it.
They feel special. I think. Yeah, we got a special show for you today.
Why we do? But before the special show,
We're going to go with...
with what are we going with,
I
Rob?
brought up a picture of a Game Gear. What?
We're going with Game Gear Court.
We're gonna
Holy
judge
crap.
game gears tonight.
There's a very limited few outcomes that are
Yes.
possible.
Ba-dum-bum.
Ba-dum-bum-bum. Ba-dum-bum-bum-bum-bum. Ba-da-dum.
Beer court.
All right.
And I'm not turning it off. The hell with it.
No problem. Yeah, we can just leave that up. All right. So, Larry, what's the beer we're doing tonight?
Well, who the hell bring us in?
I don't know.
I have no idea where this came from.
All right,
Well, it's
well,
supposed to be for a morning zoo.
I will,
Well, we drink the stuff for the next show on Morning Zoo. So.
This episode was previously recorded. You don't know this in the morning, because later on we'll be talking with someone from another country. So now I'm making all that up.
Yeah, you really are. So just keep going here.
All right, so from Pearl Street Brewery, which I think is a first offering from them.
Yeah, I think it's the first Pearl
And this is their breakfast beer, so I understand how it was supposed to be for our morning zoo. They have one of the
Coffee.
most interesting boxes. It's like a full newspaper on here, and including a delightful comic, which actually falls a little flat. But here, I'll tell you the comic. So two guys are talking, and one guy walks up.
Because that's what people like.
I
Is someone
already-
reading them a comic.
Reading them a comic.
Wait, this is classic radio. there was a radio program in the 50s that they basically someone read the comics. It was the daily comics,
It was called.
and they just
It was
This
called.
sucks.
It's called.
it was
This
called
sucks.
Fuck.
it was called
It's
the
called,
daily
isn't
comics.
TV better
And they
than
would,
radio?
and they
Thursday.
were, this is pre-TV, so it probably wasn't the 50s. It was before that. So anyway, so what you got there? Breakfast. Make me some. Well, here you go. What's this? Breakfast beer. Oh, what about lunch and dinner? Hands him a 6-pack. Here you go for the day. So that is classic
That was
stuff there.
Rough.
That is.
That
Yeah.
is. All right, so it wasn't really.
So
great,
what
but-
is breakfast beer? What's the idea behind the breakfast beer? It smells like a very coffee
It's
to me.
beer with okay, so it's a amber cream ale, thick and malty, infused with freshly roasted coffee from Bean Juice Coffee Roasters. That's all capitalized,
Mm-hmm.
so I assume that's some sort of brand. And this will get you up in the morning and put you bed at night.
All right. So Pearl Street's out of La Crosse, right?
They're out of La Crosse, yes. Started apparently in all the way back, going back
Okay.
to
I actually
1999.
kind of like this.
All right, let's.
So let's say that if we would have done this back in November, we could have filled out the crossword puzzle and won free beer for a year.
Ooh, I do like the coffee
Well,
smell.
have a chance
Oh,
to
wait,
win
you
free
taste
beer
it.
for a year.
It's really
Oh, how's
good.
I just drank the wrong thing.
That's a Diet Coke.
That is
It's like a-
Did you want
Wait a
that?
minute.
Not
Rob,
a beer.
I got one.
Okay.
I like it.
Wow.
But it also tastes mostly like coffee, and I love coffee.
No, I
So,
see. I've always told you guys I can't drink real coffee.
Yeah.
But this, if I want
Okay.
coffee in the morning,
so you can have 6
I've-
of these
I've-
on the road in the morning.
Yeah.
Now, I
I'll
have
just
some
drink
questions. I have some questions on
Does
that.
anyone- Did it seem a little flat to you though?
Does
It's not overly carbonated.
well,
I don't
actually,
think that's flat though. It's a cream
Okay.
ale. It's a cream ale.
Oh, I didn't hear
yeah.
that
I mean,
part,
it's
so.
well. That's what I mean. It does not have any real carbonation.
The cream ales don't. They're not a heavily carbonated beer. This is really good.
I like it.
Yeah, not bad.
I mean,
Now I wonder if the
it tastes
caffeine
like coffee.
content-
I mean,
Yeah,
it really
coffee tastes
tastes
like
like coffee.
I could drink a ton of these.
Is
Oh, yeah.
this-
That's the dangerous part.
What
You mean
what's
the
what's
best
the
part?
APV on this?
Because if you're not living dangerous, Dustin, what's the point of life?
You know what? Yeah, I didn't even think of that.
Can't
Sorry.
be much. It's almost got a sweetness to it.
It does actually.
Well, so do you.
I was
That's
wondering, is anyone going to take this opportunity
Yeah, I
to,
am
to be like, just like me?
Well, you're
I'm finding a lot of stats on this on the box. There's a lot of crap on this box.
Yeah, not a lot.
There's a crossword puzzle that apparently we missed out on because this has apparently been sitting in the fridge for a minute. And,
Ryan brings like all of his old beer here.
No. This is November.
yeah.
I saw it. I'm like, oh, we have to do a morning zoo.
Which, by the
We always have
way,
to do a morning
they
zoo.
only give you the cross on the box. For more clues, i.e. the down, you download the app.
Which,
So,
as I said
the
earlier,
brewery app.
if they have ads on that app, that's really
Yeah, which-
shitty of them.
I've heard tell is like $200. But I could be mistaken.
4.5.
He could be completely.
So
lying
it's fairly
about
low.
But it does say in here that go to your local
Realtor.
Almost.
retailers today, and every
realtor.
save your receipt for Pearl Street Brewery purchase, bring it to the tasting room, and a free pint.
Well, that's
Get a
cool.
free pint.
That's kind of cool, actually.
Limit 1 per day per person. So
Well, that's shit. That's easy.
Skyvent time
So-
travel, problem solved.
Exactly.
there you go.
It is kind of sweet though. It's actually right. It has a sweet taste to it. It's almost like coffee
Yeah,
with
they
a
not.
little cream and sugar in it.
Yeah, well, that's how I like my coffee. You know.
If
a
they
mistake.
found a place to write,
Coffee
Wow.
is
Yeah, there was a surface.
nothing in it.
the ribs
I really
have
just
writing.
Black
green.
like your soul. This is really good. I mean, this is really good. All right,
I like
I'm into
coffee.
that.
let's go ahead and give it a vote, guys.
Yeah, I'm good.
Yeah.
That is an all thumbs
Wow.
up. No, well worth it. You know something. So if you get a chance, this is definitely one to run out and get. And
I
yes,
understand it's a coffee beer.
I think it's a limited.
It is a
Or-
coffee
oh, it was? Oh, too
Yeah.
bad. But that being said, it is a
Sorry.
it is a really good breakfast beer. I mean, if you could get this for if you're doing like a brunch or something, damn, couldn't you see them with bacon and eggs in the morning? Oh, damn, yes. All day long. Oh, a nice thick cut bacon. You know, yeah,
What are we talking about here?
Bacon.
My thick cut bacon.
I was gonna
Oh.
say it's becoming sexual.
When isn't breakfast
Well,
sexual?
Breakfast in and of itself.
Yeah.
Is pretty
Exactly.
sexual.
Thank you. With the right food. All right, Judge Rob, pass verdict on this beer.
Count 1. Beer for sextress. Guilty. I have no idea what that means.
I was gonna say.
Count 2. Illegal use of coffee grounds on state.
Grounds.
Grounds.
On ground. On
I
ground.
wanted to not say grounds. State
But
property.
then you're like, but what else are they called?
Oh, I'm like, oh! Damn, I really stuck myself when I said coffee grounds. I really got to pre-plan this one.
Really got stuck in the grinder there.
Ew.
Oh.
Declare mistrial. The judge is drunk.
Charge 3, grinding like Miley Cyrus.
I was. Yikes.
Guilty as hell.
All right, and you sensitive too?
Drinking!
Yay!
We're all guilty!
So, not to the back of the fridge.
No,
No,
absolutely
not go to the
going
back of the fridge.
You know, there's two ways to think of that. Back of the fridge, so you don't want anyone else to drink it.
Oh, no.
Back of the
No,
fridge,
you gotta-
because it's never
you
going to
gotta-
be looked
You got to
for.
put in the vegetable crisper if you don't want people to drink it, okay?
So, there you go. There you go. So this could be
Vegetable
sent
crisper.
to vegetable
Because
crisper.
nobody looks in the vegetable crisper for anything.
Oh,
Vegetables?
shit.
I want vegetables.
Wow, we've had good advice today. We can wrap it up.
We've done it all.
Put
That's
right your
it.
head. Thank you for watching, and good night.
All right, Rob, what's the real topic tonight?
Today we're going to talk about the game left unfinished, that game that you've always meant to come back to, but never did. This is a sad topic.
This is kind of a sad topic.
It, like sits
is
in
and
the
isn't.
graveyard.
It's-
I love this game for
Well,
15
yeah,
minutes.
but here's the thing.
I love most
This
games
is
for
called
15 minutes.
this is called re-inspirational discussion.
Right, you may inspire somebody to go back to something.
Yeah, it's like, oh god, yeah, I totally forgot about. Yeah, I want to go. I'm gonna go play that.
This is going to end with a hand job, isn't it?
Yikes.
Wow.
We're all feeling
If
good.
it does, we're gonna start charging more for the podcast.
It didn't have to, but now you brought it up. It seems like that is the only logical.
All right, so who wants to go first on this one?
Well, who brought the woo?
That's a very much.
Wow.
That's
All right. I will go first on this one. So mine's gonna be Overwatch. I know everybody plays Overwatch, and yes, I've played Overwatch. I didn't jump on Overwatch right away. I picked it up during that fest. So just between the week of Christmas and New Year's, I bought a copy of Overwatch. I finally broke down and bought it and played it, and really liked the game. It plays a lot like Halo. I mean, it plays a lot like Halo. And the problem was, at the same time, I haven't had a lot of time for gaming, so we also got into the newest Killing Floor, because Killing Floor has had a lot of updates.
You know what's funny is, if it wasn't for NetFest this year, that would have made this topic Killing Floor 2.
Yeah.
Because we weren't playing it at
No.
all. We bought it in pre-copy.
Oh, yeah, we bought it when it first came out.
And it was like, and never went back.
Yeah. No, that's it. But we picked it up again
But
during
yeah,
that
so
fest.
we had that going on.
Right, we had that going on. And then I also hadn't played Mech Warrior in over a year.
Yeah.
And I got it back into Mech Warrior, and Mech Warrior kind of became my go-to
So
right
these
now.
are games that you had abandoned and totally
Yeah, I
came back to.
I literally came back to 3 games. But Overwatch, the problem was I hadn't actually I haven't come back to it. I didn't buy Overwatch. And Overwatch, there's all the hype about it. It's a great game. I'm not knocking the game at all. Again, it's one of these games you gotta dedicate some time to. And I just hadn't had the time to dedicate to it. I still haven't. So I I've got it. I've played, the not the playthrough, the standards on it. I didn't do a lot of group play. I just went ahead and played the
Bots.
not the bots, the just the regular setup when you're going through the build
Tutorial?
Yeah, tutorial. Thank you. It plays well. I mean, the game is great. The weaponry's great. Graphics beautiful. Great game. I should pick it up again. Right now I'm really on a Mech Warrior kick. I broke 600 on damage points last week, and that's just fucking amazing. So when you start doing 600 damage in a game, that's serious. So
I wonder if, for this topic, I think there's probably like a lot of choices for everybody, and I wonder if more of those choices. I just thought of this. Is why I'm just bringing it up. Like if digital downloads and digital availability, sort of lends itself to more easily abandoning.
Oh.
Like if you bought that one, thing you've been saving your pennies for a little while, like even if it sucks, you're gonna kind of pile into it a little harder.
I don't know.
All right.
Well, I think mine is one of those ones that I spend money on.
All right. Be the counterpoint.
Recently, and pretty much, I think for lots of people of the Xbox One hilt, for me anyway, it's definitely Battlefront 2. I mean, you spend a lot of money on a game and and that fucking sucks. I mean, the game itself is fun, but the whole what do you call it?
Well, but here's the thing. That game sucks.
Made it impossible to play unless I spent extra money on it, and I was ardently saying no, it'll be okay. We'll figure it out. We'll spend some time on it. Whatever. Turns out, no, not
have
the case.
to do that.
Really hard, not fun. So it is a sad thing because that's a game that I hope I fucking
Well, no,
Star
but
Wars,
we were kind of focused on games that we liked that we abandoned. And then you come back to...
No, you don't have... It doesn't have to necessarily be something you like. It's just something you abandon.
But you want to come back to.
You want to come back.
I guess if it sucks.
Right, if it sucks, you're probably not going to come back to it. So,
We'll come back to Justin.
Yeah, I guess we'll have to.
Yeah, so again, I will probably get back to Overwatch eventually. Right now, again, pretty much whatever gaming time I'm getting, I'm pretty much putting into Mech Warrior. Is it going that well in the chat room?
Okay. I'm being a fucker.
Oh, that's okay.
should we wave, say hi,
say
flip someone off?
I was trying to zoom in on Larry's nipple, and the camera
What?
locked
His
up.
nipples? Stop rubbing them!
Blending!
But so no.
Turn the heat up down here.
Yeah,
It is chilly.
It is. It is a little chilly down here right now.
It is literally nipply.
Scott says that the game that he never finished was Mega Man 3.
Really? That's old school. That's an old school not finished.
Shout out to the Scott. Yep.
So,
how about you, Larry?
So there was an independent game by Experimental Gamer Studios. I'm giving a little more extra love because they are independent that you may not actually find. The name of the game is Boot Hill Heroes. And
you figured out what it was.
And I figured out what it was. Yeah, I was trying to figure out what it was. I mean, that's how abandoned it had gotten for me. But I do remember loving the game. I played it for several hours. It's an RPG, so you're going to put several hours in. But it's one of those things. It's an RPG, so if you have 15 minutes, 10 minutes, you can't really sit down and play it. So it's almost like, oh, okay, all right, I got 2 hours. All right, I can get into it. And it's that time really just didn't come up. Then I kind of forgot about it, and it just kind of, and then it's like, oh, but I was like, man, I really liked that game. It was a good set in the West RPG. A JPG they say. I don't.
Right. JRPG.
That's for a podcast some months ago to discuss.
Jerpages.
But yeah, I mean, it was a really fun game. I had a really good time with it, and it was challenging enough and entertaining enough that
was a good game.
That I think I'm gonna actually
pull it back out again.
Yeah, I'm gonna.
No, but that brings back the point you were talking about earlier. The thing with digital, having it digital, and again, because we all have large Steam collections. there's a lot of games you just put in your collection. You play
Yeah.
once, and you that's a good game. I'll get to it eventually, and it's just in your
Well,
collection.
that's why I think it's a little tougher. I mean, I have, and I got probably one of the smaller collections, like 150 games in Steam, and it's like, well, I mean, you how much time, and a lot of them are heavy investments, like this game is a RPG, a good RPG is at least 20 hours, would you say?
Oh, it depends on
Right.
the RPG. Some of them can be a lot more than that. Yeah.
or like any of the Space Hulks or Warhammers or those kinds of things. Those are all 20, 30 hour kinds of investments and stuff. So I mean, there's definitely a lot in there. And then I had a very popular game as a secondary one that I really want to get back to, and I just always kind of half in the back of my mind, and I just never do it. Kingdom Hearts 2.
Oh,
I played the first one through completion, and I got the second one, and I never even really started it, and I just always wanted to go back because I know it's gonna be good, and but again, it's one of those things where it's like, okay, the intro's gonna take an hour, right?
Just put the controller down.
I know. So it's like, I don't even know if I want to start it. It's 9 o'clock. I want to go to bed by 10. So anyways, those are a few of mine. I think there's many more out there, but those are a few highlight ones.
When we retire, man, there's going to be a lot of gaming going on.
all right. Who wants to go next?
Okay, I have one. Final Fantasy VII.
You never finished Final Fantasy
Really?
VII.
No.
That's sacrilege.
Yeah, no,
Oh,
that's
we
what
could
I was
double up on
thinking.
that one. I
I'm
never-
not a big Final Fantasy guy anyway. The only one that I ever actually beat was 10, but the other one that I actually really did play was 7, but I never beat it. I mean, I played a bunch of it, got decently far into it. I don't remember where, because it's been years at this point, but
Let's
one
ruin the
day,
end for him. No.
one day, I'll get there.
I guess
See,
he
it's
dies.
funny because
Was it Pikachu?
I started 8 through
Pikachu
10 and
definitely
abandoned
dies.
them all and have no intention of going back. So
That's sad.
they lost me with the gun sword. I'm out.
That was it. That was a bridge too far for you.
That's sad.
That was the cut. Yep.
That was it.
That was the cut and bullet too far.
Holy crap. Ryan never played Final Fantasy VII. Not you, Ryan. Video gamer Ryan.
Oh,
Never played
well,
FF7.
I'm in the same boat. I started.
Holy
I never
crap.
finished it.
It's a Ryan thing. You just wouldn't get it.
So
No, I just didn't finish
Oh.
it. And I think that
So-
was the last Final Fantasy game I ever bought because when I realized how many hours you have to put into those games, I kind of.
did either of you get to the point where one of the most legendary things in gaming happened? Where the character that shouldn't have died died.
Hey, you need to not. You don't want to ruin
You're
it.
giving away spoilers here.
It's
I know
like
everything
20
that
years
happened.
old,
I was gonna say
man.
it's like a 23-year-old game.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
still,
I
spoiler.
I think
And-
20 years is fair.
And I didn't even say what character that was. I just said
Very
that there's,
established it was Pikachu.
there is a
Yeah, we already talked
character
about
that unexpectedly dies in it, and unlike most games, like somehow you can get that character back, and you spend like lots of time thinking that, oh, this character's gonna come back. I'm somehow gonna, Phoenix down this character, and I'm gonna get him back. They're dead. There's no way.
It ain't coming back.
Yeah, there was back at the time. There was even like, oh, if you do these 10 things exactly right, then you can get that character. And that was all a lie. There was no way to get that character back.
We should do an episode on video game lies. There's been a lot of them.
There've been no shortage of those.
So did
My
either
uncle
of you
works at the
get to that
Pokemon
point?
card
Do you know what
factory.
character I'm talking
I don't think I
about?
made it that far. No.
Did you get that far?
I don't remember.
'Cause it kind of cemented that game in some ways, like, I mean, there was other things it did that were revolutionary. Obviously, it was one of the first polygon games, and all that kind of stuff. But from a storytelling standpoint, it had some surprises in it that were like, wait, what? It was, but that a lot of other games weren't doing, which I think is why, like, for people who played it all the way through, like, which that's when I actually played all the way through. Was where it was like, oh, that's why you got like nostalgia years later, because the story was, just a little more deep, I guess. As you watch those eyes float away to nothingness.
It's getting heavy.
It really was.
Wow.
Jeez.
Yeah. Well, that's what I'm saying. That's why I think you should go back to that game. Yeah.
I will.
You should go back.
One day, maybe.
All right, Ryan. How about you?
Minesweeper. Just could never beat that.
Best
Microsoft.
answer. Best answer.
No, really. For me,
Sorry, that was me. Oops.
for me, it would
Penalty shot for Tom. Penalty shot for Tom.
pretty much
So, do we
Finish
still have the
all
chocolate
the-
liquor lying around?
the console versions of Zelda games, but the one I never finished was Majora's Mask. And I think for me, it was always the time jumping. Like,
Sure. can
I
see
was
that.
always really good at you just keep going. But then once you had to like flip back to do a certain thing at a certain time, I think I just got confused or something and didn't write enough notes, or I never wrote that. Actually, I never wrote any notes down for a Zelda game, and that one is one I feel like I had to, because I think there were specific things that you did, like, oh, you have to do this at night. You can't get this
That's
stuff
true.
at night.
Yeah.
Or you can't do it on day 2. You have to do it on day 1. So I just kind of like
Well, I
got
don't
to
know
a
about-
point and got frustrated and just
When did you start playing Zelda? Because I never played it until long after the NES was dead.
NES.
Really?
First one.
Yeah, but I
It-
mean.
it started with a snow day back in 1980 something.
Oh, okay. So,
And
yeah,
a
you were
friend
playing
of
that when it
ours,
was
friend of mine had
I mean,
it,
when I was-
and we spent like all day playing the original Zelda
on the NES.
on the NES. Yeah.
I didn't play it until long after it was dead. The
So
NES was dead.
I've never really played
That's
like
one
the
of those things I
handheld
was actually
versions.
ahead of the curve on.
Me neither.
Yeah, I never.
Yeah, there
really,
you go. See, you
I was
stayed.
ahead of the
You're
curve
stuck
on
with the
that
curve you
one.
knew.
So yeah, I never really got into the handheld versions because I never was. Even though I had a handheld here and there, I just never.
I love the Game Boy version.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun.
So.
The Game Boy version.
Is that the
was-
Dream Wonders?
No, it's just pretty school, like kind of pretty much a straightforward version of.
Okay.
Obviously it was a little different or whatever, it's a little different story, but it was like the first one that
Yeah.
was on the NES.
Yes, yeah.
It was pretty much straightforward.
Like I
But-
think I even beat the second one, Zelda 2, the weird.
That one was different. That one
Yeah.
had like side scrolling and
I'm
stuff.
pretty sure I beat that one, but I know Majora's Mask. It's one of the higher rated ones, I think, and I just
So you
never.
plan to go
Yeah,
back?
it's arguably the best one. If you're like a
Yeah.
super.
Which
Zelda
always
nerd.
confuses me because
Yeah.
the Ocarina of Time, I always think that's the one with the time, but it's not a time
No.
one. It's
Yeah.
the Mask one is the time one.
What?
Which is what the mask is about. It's masking the fact that it's actually the time one.
Right.
That's
Oh.
what's
So my
happening.
runner-ups, I have a couple runner-ups. And
All right.
now that you said it, Final Fantasy 7 is probably in there, and I've never beat Metal Gear Solid.
But do you plan to going back to any
I
of
don't
them?
know if I would.
You should go back to at least Metal Gear. That's a
Again,
damn
it's
good
a
game.
it's just some.
But it's all right to move on. I moved on from Zelda 2, and I'd never go back to that. You couldn't pay me to play it.
That's the saddest thing ever.
There's other games I wish I'd finished, but because of difficulty and not understanding how to finish them, it's like, even with cheating.
Yeah, I was just
I
gonna
still
say
can't.
that's what playthrough videos are for.
Call Nintendo Power?
No, I'm
Uh-huh,
I'm talking about the infinite
uh-huh.
life
Okay,
kind of
yeah,
thing,
there
and,
now.
like for me, it's impossible mission. It's I'll do the thing where you just have to like tap on everything, and you get all the puzzle pieces, and then I get to the room to try and do all or wherever you do the puzzle pieces. I just can't figure out how to do those. So no matter how many times I've tried, I have not finished that.
Part. I can't zoom in on Larry right now.
Oh, that's because
it's not here.
Larry's
He
gone.
left.
Yeah. All right. Besides the one you were talking
Well,
about.
okay, yeah. If we're gonna focus on ones that we actually like, I'm gonna actually sort of piggyback on the Zelda franchise, which is Skyward Sword. Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword, which was out for the Wii and I think the Wii U. It was not the first one to use the, like the motion,
Right.
but I think it was the
Oh yeah, because
I think it was the second one, because the first one that came out was for GameCube and for Wii U, which I think was the one where you turn into a wolf and shit.
so you're talking about where you had to fly all the time.
We had to fly all the
wolf
time.
and
If
shit.
you
That was a very
you
good.
really had to.
You really had
work
to
with
do
the
it, and that's
two-
why I never finished it. I like
Yeah.
it's
I've
not
had
considered to be the greatest Zelda by any stretch of the imagination, but it is very involved in the flying and like the moving and the doing this, which I get as the gimmick of the Wii, but I didn't pay for my Wii. I got it as a wedding gift. Otherwise, I never would have bought one because of that reason, because I'm lazy, and not that I didn't enjoy having the Wii.
Right.
But,
Gamer, maybe he'll like the Wii.
but like this, and I just want to hang out and play video games, and you're like sweating because you're like fucking fly, go over here, and you don't do it. So,
Is there
but I
a
like the
plasma
game.
convert
I like the
controller
story.
version of this game.
Yeah, I like the game itself. I like the story itself. I like a lot of things about it. I want to finish it, like in my heart, but I will not because of laziness, probably. So.
You can sit down and
for
play.
you younger guys, was Nintendo Power? I can't place like how long
That was
those
80s.
helplines.
That was the 80s.
It was just 80s by 90s.
I had a little bit of the Nintendo Power thing.
Yeah.
like where you would call a number
Yeah,
at
well, I
like
never
$2
called
a
it,
minute.
But, yeah, I never called
Yeah.
it,
A minute.
but I
I really
remember
need.
we used to get Nintendo Power like magazine, and they
Okay.
advertised it in there when I was a kid, up until I think we had pretty late into the Super Nintendo.
So it's probably basically like 95 probably when the internet started to kick off, and that
Yeah, they
ended
didn't need that kind of
that
graphics
ended
on.
the phone line when you could get a complete
I can just
walkthrough.
type in game XYZ, and somebody's written the entire FAQ for it.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
why do I need to call?
Well, and they did start publishing walkthrough books kind of in the 90s.
Oh no, they were around in the 80s. You had walkthroughs in the 80s.
I don't remember them in the
This
80s.
is
but I
so
know there was
epic.
code books.
Yeah.
Depending on the
But
game,
there were
we used to
walkthrough
get
books,
those
too.
Books.
Okay.
Like if it was a long game like Metal Gear Solid, we had it for and stuff.
Yeah.
Right,
I had
sidetrack
the
things
move
again.
books for like Mortal
Sorry.
Kombat Killer Instinct, which is the only reason why I know any of the freaking combos of Killer Instinct because of the book.
So Twilight Princess came out on the
That
Wii,
was it, Twilight Princess.
and I had finished that on the Wii, so I was kind of used to, even though it wasn't required as much in the game for the Wii
Yeah.
hand controls. When Skyward Sword came out,
Yep.
it was like kind of already had done it, and
Mhm.
it wasn't as big of a deal.
Yeah, I was really, and Twilight Princess is a great game.
Yeah.
I was very into the idea of Skyward Sword. We ordered like the special edition metal package. I have a specific Skyward Sword Wiimote and nunchuck for it. That's like got the Triforce and it's gold and everything. Because I was like super into it. But then it was sort of a letdown because it was much more involved than Twilight Princess. Because Twilight Princess was, you could also get it on GameCube. So there was
Yeah,
kind
so
of
it's
like
yeah, it was originally written to,
exactly.
for the handheld
So then you get this
controller.
game and you're like, I just want to relax and play video game after work, and you're like, and you're like swinging your arms over the living room, and you're like, this isn't actually fun. Like, so that's mine.
All right. Well, that's that was a quick one, Rob.
Okay.
How about you?
Oh.
Yeah, no, that was quick.
Oh.
The rest of us, you need to go.
Was yours Minesweeper as well?
Yeah. I've always wanted to finish Minesweeper.
I always get hit by the bomb, and I never.
I know, right? That one part.
Even
That
like-
one darn part. Really
Because you
hard.
just click randomly, right? Just click the numbers mean nothing.
Numbers mean what? The numbers mean something in that game?
Apparently.
That's silly talk. That's like a pro tip type of thing. That's for like tryhards.
It's another video game.
That's for
mod.
tryhards. Yeah. Torchlight 2. I'm gonna come back to. I always. I think I started it originally. It was gonna be like I used to have that the Mac podcast I used to do, the Mac Gaming podcast. I was gonna do it as a Mac game originally, and then the Mac Gaming podcast dropped off, and then I was like, this game's freaking great. And I never played it again until like a week ago. So that's like years. It's been years.
I would agree with you because I played Torchlight through excitedly bought Torchlight 2, and I'm not even sure I started it.
It's in your collection.
It is so
Just in the
good though.
collection.
Look at Larry's Steve
Hey,
hour
Jason.
played.
Yeah.
Torchlight 2, 0.1. Loaded.
0.1% complete. Wow, that just screwed
It is
my
funny
computer
how
right.
Steam like counts like loading it as you played it today.
Yeah, yeah.
Or just sitting on the main screen as part of the.
You played this for 5 hours. So I fell
I
asleep.
just left it open. Thank you.
You ever done that?
All the
All the
time.
time.
I haven't
All
fallen
the
asleep.
So
time.
anyways, wait. So yeah, obviously, was there some differences in Torchlight 2? They were like, oh,
I mean-
this is really cool. Like,
Yeah, I mean it was a lot. Both games I think were excellent. I really didn't complain about the lack of multiplayer in Torchlight. I didn't care, but they did add it to the second one. You know, more loot, a little bit more class differences between
warfare,
classes.
class warfare.
Yeah, there's some class
It's really
warfare.
about the bourgeoisie.
Yeah, there's really a lot about that.
Right.
A lot more, a lot of different, scenarios. Torchlight was mostly just sitting in a cave, where Torchlight 2 is. You know what? It's not really Torchlight, is it anymore? Because there's not Torchlight, but there's some Torchlight. But
So you're not just going in caves all the time.
our next 2-hour Mega Buster special is Torchlight 2 actually a Torchlight game? Because there's very little Torchlight. Welcome to the Minutia Podcast.
Minutia podcast. Yeah, I like that.
Yeah, I like that.
Where we get into the
nitpick
minutia.
something.
Viewership died. Immediately, just
Right through the
Viewership.
floor.
wow. Touche.
Where we challenge you to keep up with our boredom.
Next week, great places to put the microdot from Adventure. Yeah,
Yeah,
that was important.
that was
That was an
important.
important thing to cover, though. I mean, I gotta say, am I not switching screens here? There.
No, you're,
Okay.
You're switching
Okay.
screens. It's switching back and forth.
It's happening.
It auto switches too. I mean, like,
Does it auto
if I
switch?
just hit the button, it'll switch between
Oh.
the two scenes, and I
Yeah.
don't have to like tell it.
Oh, that's
You gotta
nice.
do this.
Yeah.
We should probably just do that.
Transition.
That way it's more unexpected
Yeah, we've been doing that.
and a little
Just
shocking.
randomly?
Yeah.
Just kind of do it to a beat in the background. Just kind of.
No, just random, like you're following one. Ah, changed! Ah, changed again!
So anyway, yeah, Torchlight. It says I've got 30.3 hours over the past 2 weeks, which of course is not true. It was totally at the main screen.
So you put a good work week.
Yeah.
No, well,
So have any of you, like-
Torchlight or Torchlight 2?
Have any of you had like your significant other come home and you're like passed out with a game in your hand? My wife came home. I was a GPD win. I was playing something. And I was it's just sitting there sideways overheating because it's a GPD win. It always overheat. It's just passed out, burning a hole in the couch.
So, Torchlight, I have 26 hours in.
Well, I got more than that in the last 2
Torchlight
weeks.
Torchlight 2, 12 minutes. I guess I should get back to that.
We should do that as a random episode where we just talk about the game you have the least time in, and then just play it for a few minutes. We'll do
Just
that.
just a tap time.
I'm
onto
sure.
it.
I mean, don't count zeros because we got plenty of
Okay.
those.
Oh,
but-
God,
but
okay.
What do you got the least time in?
I have 34 minutes and Super 3 and Noah's Ark.
Super what?
Super 3D Noah's Ark.
Wow.
I have 34 minutes in
Weren't we talking about you playing that? Weren't we talking about that game for a while?
Probably at some point.
You were like on a kick with it for a little bit.
Okay.
Obviously
For
for
34
30
minutes.
Not much of
34
one.
minutes.
Not much of
24
one.
minutes.
Which
That's
I
for
think
damn
is
sure.
probably all that game needs. But I gotta tell you, if you can get it for under $1, that 34 minutes is great.
All right,
Tell
so
the ladies.
let's wrap this up. Where are we going to be in a couple of weeks here, Rob?
I have no idea where we're gonna be. Where are
Probably
we?
dead in the
Well,
gutter.
Question, man, I love doing this stuff.
I love those
Obvious.
surprise questions.
I love-
We're gonna be in a
yeah.
couple weeks.
So-
I might be in a casket.
I
Who
like
knows?
the questions that are just like what happened to this weekend's episode?
It's
that we're
still gonna
sitting
happen.
here
It's gonna air on Thursday.
You're maybe.
Giving away
Where's this one, Aaron?
This one's
Maybe next Thursday.
Maybe. It just depends. You always keep putting
It
them-
was evergreen until you just gave
Yeah.
it away.
Thank you. Yeah.
But
Where were we this weekend, Larry?
Wow, we didn't even know.
Well,
With our great intro.
we got the intro on the show right. We were a little drunk.
Yeah, we were a little. We were at non-con.
Yes, in beautiful Sheboygan, Wisconsin.
We were.
Besides that drive back.
And I will tell
3
you,
hours.
Peabody's
felt like.
Pizza across the street
It
is
was.
delicious.
It was 3 hours.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, we were wondering where you got that pizza from.
Yeah, Peabody's.
Yeah.
Across the street.
That
It
was delicious.
That was
Yes, it was.
I was so hungry.
Yeah. He wasn't in on the pizza.
That's just raw.
But yeah, so we had
It was only a small one, and they
Yeah.
stole that. But so
You gave half
You know,
of it.
I didn't take half of it. I wasn't going to have any of it. And all of a sudden, you gotta try this. All right, I'll try a piece.
it was a gyro pizza. It was delicious.
I mean, are we talking about? Are we talking about February? Like still this month stuff we're doing? We got the
Oh, we
Ren-
got-
No, I guess the next.
we got the Ren Fair.
Are we?
And then we
Or
got.
are we talking about Saturday?
We're talking.
Then we got.
But that's not really our gig.
Yeah, but we're gonna be there.
That's true.
And
you know what?
We're
Come
gonna
on,
be
sport.
there.
So are we going to talk about that?
Yeah, we gotta talk about it.
Oh,
Let's do that
hey,
then.
let's talk about an event Rob's not going to be at. Yeah, let's do that. let's just point out.
Not a problem. Yeah,
There's going to be somewhere where Rob's
we
not
will
going to
mention
be.
that if you
Let's
want-
ask Rob about
If
it.
you want to
Okay.
hook up with the guys, Games and Beer crew this weekend, this coming
In
weekend,
support of.
in support of the Midwest Gaming Classic, we are going to be where, Larry?
We're going to be hanging out at the Wave Game.
That's right.
On Saturday.
Yeah, they're Midwest Gaming Classic is going to be having a booth set up outside where you can sit and play some retro gaming that we will be supplying for the event.
Where's mine?
Yeah, we're supplying.
Oh, okay.
You didn't know that, did you? We'll bring along some retro systems. So we'll have some retro games set up. We'll be talking about the Midwest Gaming Classic. So if you're unfamiliar with the Midwest Gaming Classic, this Saturday at the Wave Game, Midwest Gaming Classic is going to have a display there, and we will be there ourselves working the display, talking about the Midwest Gaming Classic and all the cool stuff you can see there. And we'll have some retro stuff for people to check out while we're there. So if you're not doing anything Saturday, I think the game starts like 1:30. We'll be there early, set up, and running a little booth there.
Yep, and Ryan and I
At the
will
UW
be at.
Milwaukee Panther Arena. So,
Which you know, we'll be running fairly family friendly, but you can get your beverages from the arena.
Yeah, it's an arena. It's a wave game. There's beer
Yeah.
someplace.
Yeah.
Trust me. We may not have beer.
We may not.
Well, no, we'll have beer. We're just not going to be giving it out.
Yeah.
But we, on the other end, will have beer. But you can find beer there as well. So, yeah, we'll be there this weekend. And what else we got coming up?
I don't know if you got anything.
March.
Oh, March?
Not
No,
your
that's
parents'
what we're
basement.
not your parents' basement. That's
Yeah.
that's where we'll be mixing beer and guns.
The best games of the 70s,
That's,
80s,
that's,
and 90s.
Yes. So, if you want to check out, I think that's the 26th.
But and they're all shooting games.
They're all
the best.
shooting.
The best shooting games from the 70s to the 2000s.
Oh, should use mine? That weird 77 gun game I have?
Yeah,
That's on
there
the
you
24th.
go.
It's a
March
small one.
24th.
Yeah. Oh, that'd be a great one to bring, actually.
It's not.
Yeah, so March 24th in Racine, Wisconsin, downtown, there is a place called Not Your Parents' Basement. We've had them on the show before and talked about them. It's a gaming lounge. But they also, they're going to do a retro game night, and we are going to be setting up there. Like Rob said, best games of the 70s, 80s, and 90s. So this will be good classic retro stuff. We'll have a whole bunch of stuff set up there. Join us for the evening. We'll be there from, I think they open at 4. We'll be there right when they open until closing, or down their closing. So feel free to join us there. And then after that comes Midwest Gaming Classic in April.
Yeah, that'd be about right.
Yeah. So
Plenty of opportunity to visit us in person.
that's right, to come and drink with us in person.
And then Ryan and I will be at Bill and Dave's Adult Toy Shop and Video Emporium this
Sweet.
Saturday. We'll be playing games of our own.
Yes, all your lube needs, they will cover you on that.
Or cover you in it. Well, that was a good visual.
You're going to be featuring a board game, right? Dirty Talk.
Yeah, sure. We'll actually just be doing Dirty Talk. Well, I think that really just covers the topic thoroughly. When something
With Lou?
Thanks for watching, guys.
Walked
Games
right
and
in
Beer. You can check us out at
Slim.
www.guysgamesandbeer.net. On Facebook, www.facebook.com/guysgamesandbeer, where you can get free games sometimes when I feel like it. And on Twitter, @guysgamesbeer, where you can talk to Tom and call him names and ask him for dirty pictures.
Which pretty much what they always do. And you know something, I will give them to you.
Yep.
I will give away a game tomorrow on Twitter as well. So if you're watching the show right now, we will give away a game tomorrow on Twitter.
Yep, and as always, thank you very much for watching, and for you podcasty people, thanks for listening. Bye.
Bye.
Bye. In many ways, when I end the podcast, I should really have the stop button ready.
No, but we just let it roll and just keep going.
Own the Commodore 64s back.
Just saying.
It's that lady.
No, I love
I've seen that.
the ads. The German ads were the
The best part is, like, the Guys, Games, and Beer logo right now is off center.
Oh, but we're still in the picture.
That's hilarious. Oh, man.
Hey!
Out of studio mode, you jerk, and get full screen. There we go. Much better. Very professional now. Now we can stop broadcasting. See you later.